Hello, second graders. Today we're going to learn about labeling shapes and estimating and measuring, okay? So the first thing we're going to learn about is labeling shapes. I have here drawn some squares and rectangles, okay? You'll remember squares and rectangles from yesterday's lesson. We have squares that have all four sides equal, and we have rectangles that have opposite sides equal. They both have four sides, or are types of quadrilaterals, and they have four angles, okay? Now, I want you to notice that I labeled these so that I could tell the squares apart. So if I say square ABCD, you know that I'm talking about this square. Whereas if I say square STUV, you know that I'm talking about this square. And if I say rectangle JKLM, you know I'm talking about this rectangle here. And that way, you wouldn't get confused about which shape I was talking about. So you are going to practice labeling shapes today. I want you to get out your math board and I want you to draw two squares and label them using letters, okay? You're going to need to pause this video while you do that. And then after you've done that and shown the teacher, then you can start the video again and learn about what else we're going to learn. But I want you to pause the video and I want you to pick your own letters that you want to use to label your squares that you draw on your math board, okay? All right, now that you're back, we're going to talk about what it means to estimate and to measure, because today in your workbook, they're going to ask you to estimate and measure. So when we have squares or rectangles or any figure, and we want to know how long each side is, what we need to do is we need to measure it. But sometimes you might be asked to estimate first. And if you're asked to estimate, that means that they want you to use what you know about centimeter lengths to make a decision on how long the side is before you measure it, okay? So what they want you to do is they want you to estimate or look at these shapes and say, well, I know that a centimeter is about this big, so this one here is probably 6 centimeters. Okay, so I'm going to guess that each side is 6 centimeters, and then I'm going to measure and see if I'm right. All right, and you're going to do that today. You're going to look at a shape, and you're going to use what you know about centimeter lengths to estimate how long it is, and then you're going to write that down in your graph, and then you're going to go ahead and actually measure it and see if you were right and see how long it actually is and how close you were on your estimate, okay? So I want you to use that knowledge to go ahead and do page 155 and 156 in your workbook.